Hello, adventurer. Welcome to the Arcane Ward, a library of stories and adventures of those who came before. Here we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this tale named Ashes to Embers. An exciting narrative of danger, adventure, and humor the likes of which you have never seen before. We thank you, and we hope you enjoy.
Previously on Ashes to Embers, after our party successfully defeated Cicero Corinth, they attended a funeral of Devon Tordiel and the other heralds that had perished in the fight against the evil doings of Cicero Corinth. Also during that time, they met with Lord Corinth himself, Galbraith Corinth, the current monarch of the city of Drakon, a gold dragon of immense power, and bestowed upon the party a gift to be able to summon forth the army of dragons in their direst of needs. A claw print was placed upon the chest of Virion Shelby that he could touch and call upon the dragons in his time of need. Several other small gifts were bestowed, but all in all, it was a good haul for them to receive all the things they need. After that, and after our party had a long rest and decided that the next day they would go shopping, where they went to Magic Mart and met with several very interesting characters there. A heavy smoker goblin seamstress who was able to create a very amazing looking flag for the Grim Avenger that Captain Lazar could fly his own personal colors. Several different items were procured and bought, as Virion Shelby was able to create a formula of drafting adrenaline shots. After which, our party had an interesting encounter with the checkout goblin, and had to call over the manager to get everything figured out. Eventually they got everything figured out. It was great, grand, and lovely, and they were able to leave, and they went next to Bottles, a chain potion restaurant that serves different types of potions every single week, and they change depending on the week, where our party was able to procure several different potions for the coming journeys that they were going to be going on. After which they went to, you could say, an odd store called Oddities, where they met with a man deep within the bowels of an extra-dimensional shop of some sort, piled high with weapons and magical items strewn across and piled to the ceiling in precarious mounds. After our party, Sauvage was going around and asking for a decanter or some way of projecting water of some sort, receiving a decanter of endless water, and during the negotiations, a Vorpal sword was suggested to be given somewhere. After the odd owner withdrew several of his claims, our party was able to convince him of a rare alabaster-themed bobblehead that was worth several million gold pieces, according to him. Our shopkeeper then immediately kicked everybody out of the store. He packed up shop and ran next door to a very wealthy merchant, and then proceeded to sell the alabaster-themed bobblehead for several million gold pieces and absconded into the night, leaving this poor shopkeeper destitute.
I'm telling you, we're in the wrong business.
And that is where we have picked up. You guys spent the day shopping, getting all the things that you needed to get procured. And the next day was when you you all went to go find a tavern to sit down, have a drink, and discuss your plans going forward. And that is where we will begin. You find yourself in a warm, cozy, lit tavern. Several different fires and braziers around provide warmth and comfort. The patrons, there are several tables of different individuals sitting and conversing in low tones. But you guys have been given a table and have been allowed to converse. Several of the barmaids come around and offer you guys drinks and food for the evening. But the time is yours.
So while we're talking about what our future plans are, our endeavors, I was thinking, what if we got into the receipt paper business? Every company tenders receipts, so everybody is our client. I think it could be profitable.
I'm not one for logistics, to be completely honest with you.
Don't you hold a clerical position?
I'm a cleric, I'm not a clerk. It's two different things.
Clerical, yeah.
No.
I'm not seeing how these are different.
I looked at the definition. Captain's right.
Yes, but I am a cleric. I don't do clerk work. Two different.
But they
clerical
both
work.
do clerical work.
Yes,
The
but
word that you're looking for is clergy.
The clergy still does clerical work.
but I'm no bean counter. That's what we're establishing. I do
Oh,
not.
beans? I could go for some beans.
Pinto?
Oh, yeah, those are my favorite.
Stuck me for more of a lima bean kind of guy. Just
Well, now that we finally have found some downtime, I'd like to talk to you, Clayton.
Hope boys like beans.
spill them, perhaps.
Well, I guess before I do that, it's a bit of a personal question for you, Captain. But since you're technically undead, we're not gonna have to worry about the aftermath of those beans, correct?
TBD.
Well, when you find out, do it over there.
Glad that we have our rooms. But, Clayton, I know you've spoken to me briefly a few times before about this whole black powder ordeal. However, what I need to create is more of just a combustible. I don't
Something-
need any. I don't need
Something
any.
to pop?
What was that?
Something to pop?
Something to
Like-
pop?
Like the fire when it snaps and pops. Something like that?
I pull out, not necessarily a blueprint, but more of like a concept. So yeah, okay, I guess blueprint of what I'm wanting to make. I just recently bought about a pound of sulfur because I know that, well, I know enough that however you made this powder, you probably use this as primary component to it. However, all I'm wanting to make is a handheld device to obscure an area. Thinking of calling it a smoke bomb.
Oh. Yeah. Not a problem.
So, my... Oh, okay. That's cool. Sorry, Caleb just texted me, so... That sounds like a plan, Stan.
Not a problem. I can jimmy rig some of that stuff up for you. Pretty easy enough. You want something shroud you so you can kind of disappear?
Something that will create a thick enough smoke that could potentially obscure a large enough area for all of us to either disappear or gain an advantage.
Yeah, I'd be able to do that for you.
I appreciate that, because now we have two members of our party that do better striking from the shadows than attacking up front.
Sure.
You meet me in my alchemy lab sometime and we can go over it.
Fair enough.
When are these beans going to get here?
At that moment, you do see a barmaid kind of swings down, bustles out of one of the swinging doors to the kitchen, kind of like balancing on her arms, like almost 7 different plates, begins to kind of make her way through the crowd and begins to slide each of the plates. Now, it's not just beans; it's beans and rice, and then also there's soft tacos, because you're my friends now. We're having soft tacos later.
Is there any toast with the beans?
You would like toast with your eye? Oh yeah, we can get you some toast with your beans. Give me one moment.
Let me present a question to you.
Yes.
Do you like beans?
Not particularly.
Well, then the
What?
rest of this
You don't
conversation
like
is
beans?
going downhill.
You
Well,
have grilled Roth ribs, ma'am?
Have what?
Grilled Roth ribs.
Grilled Roth ribs.
It's like a rough IRA, you know?
No,
Clerical work.
Roth. R-O-T-H-E. Roth.
I don't know what.
The large ox animal.
Oh,
I can't be the only one that knows what Roth is.
It does sound rather obscure.
I can check with the kitchen, but I do not know. I will be right back. Thank you.
Okay, don't leave us wondering where you've been.
She chuckles to herself as she kind of walks away.
Smooth.
Got her.
Thanks. I decided to rise to the occasion.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to get a stronger drink. I'll be back.
You know, sometimes, Captain, you're a pleasure to be around. Other times.
I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about, Virion. Captain is always a good time. That's why he's the captain.
Anyway, we should probably take Story back soon, eh?
Yes,
That would probably be
would
good.
a
We
good
did
idea.
kind of promise him.
But we also have our own reasons for visiting his homeland now. At least I do.
Oh, you know, 1 bush, 2 birds. It's the same.
Alright. I just put a
Yeah.
picture in the chat of a Roth. It might be pronounced Roth.
Oh. I think I've heard it pronounced that way.
Roth, I don't know. Either way, it's basically just a giant ox.
Oh dang. Oh dang. Yeah.
This would be where we insert image of big ox boy in video.
Except what we answered is really just a Minotaur.
Wait, where did you put
I
it?
mean, it is still technically big ox boy, so.
Can you Can you eat a minotaur? Like, is that considered okay?
Only
definitely not
50%.
You can eat anything you want to. The question is it morally acceptable?
That's what I'm getting at. Is
Everything in this
answer
factory
is
is edible,
always
children,
yes.
including me. But that's called cannibalism.
Oh my gosh. It's about
It's frowned upon in
50
most
we have-
societies.
We have a vampire in our party, alright?
That's
In
fair.
terms of morality and what we eat, it's pretty gray.
Whoa,
mean-
whoa! That's pretty racist of you.
oof.
I mean,
What, you
Is
think
it
because I'm a
really-
dumb
is it
here
really-
that I'm immoral?
Is it really racist?
Have you ever
or
seen
is
me?
it
I'm just gonna stare at all of them as I proceed to eat
anyone-
my beans and toast.
anyone can be a vampire or a vampire or whatever else? I wouldn't say it's racist.
It becomes my race.
I'm pretty sure it's still half elf?
It's subclass races.
what?
Subclass. Now
What?
see that term
Where
makes
is everyone's
that term
races
makes
again?
it sound racist.
See, now,
You wanting to put
That's the
races into classes, that seems pretty messed up. But
We're taking story back, right, Captain?
Yeah, let's take story back.
Yeah.
when did we want to leave?
I'm just gonna go into the captain's quarters, ignore the fact that the skeleton's no longer animated, say, "Hi, Montier," and just kind of curl in a ball in the corner.
I would keep it locked, so you'd have to be able to lockpick it or cast like knock or something.
I mean, I could do that. Yeah, I'll do that.
Worth the spell slot.
I still have the Rod of Absorption. Worth it. Totally worth expending the spell slots for Rod of Absorption.
Worth it.
So before we get on with that side of the travel, was there anything else anyone needed to take care of here in the city?
I do not believe so, unless you have some clerical work to do. But
Don't forget to say goodbye to your girlfriend, Captain.
she's coming with. I mean, she's not my girlfriend. She's my fiance. I have some news for you.
Oh, she's your ex-girlfriend.
That was potentially something for me, but it's incredibly personal.
Do you also have a fiance?
Ooh.
No.
No, he just has a dead wife.
Wow, that was okay.
Oh, dang!
Virion lets out a smirk, and he's like, "You're not wrong." But
So
there it
does.
ex-girlfriend, right?
it potentially involves family. However, Sauvage, I'm pretty sure we still have an overdue conversation.
Yes. But that is between you and I. We can do that later.
If anyone wants, if you're doing it for the sake of privacy on my behalf, I don't really care all that much. But it's up to you. It is something that Cicero said during our battle. It's stuck with me. I've been tossing it around in my head. And either he's known me before I came to this city, or I don't know. I would just want to follow up with something.
Well, by all means. This is your information to share.
In fact, maybe you can come with me, Sauvage.
I can do that. I'd be happy to.
Wonderful.
Okay. So, you and I will take care of this. The rest of you will take care of your own affairs, and then when all is concluded, we take Story back. Yay?
How long is your thing going to take? I just need to know how much time I have for my extracurricular activities of pillaging.
I'd say probably enough time to make a box of macaroni and cheese.
How good is this mac and cheese going to be?
It's
That's
crock-pot.
a good question.
Crock-pot cheese, 4 hours.
No.
And technically, because of the elevation, the water also boils at a lower temperature, so it might be impossible to cook macaroni and cheese from a box of beer.
Oh my gosh. Not long. Hopefully. Anyways,
Okay.
I guess it all depends on how.
Do
I'll
they
let
have an identical atmosphere to us
plan.
on this world?
Very, very closely. It's I was just being facetious. Mostly, the magic of the ashen stones that surrounds the city of Babylon provides the atmospheric pressure of being on the surface of Sinus.
So
But
what
does
he
Sinus have the same atmospheric
Now, we're
makeup
on
as
the surface of
Earth?
Sinus, because if we're at
Yes.
sea level versus being up in
Okay,
the mountains,
okay.
it's still different.
so what he's
So,
saying is that you'll have
We're
time.
really gonna try and
Move on.
figure out exactly how much time it takes to make a box of mac and cheese in Sinus.
Don't threaten an engineer with the ability to do math. He will do unnecessary math all day long.
Jeez.
Do we have the same 118 elements in this world?
That you don't know. That's maybe like some of them.
No,
Yeah,
because
They definitely
we
have
also have
titanium here.
we have
technically only. Sorry,
Sinus would have adamantine at least.
It's true. Additionally, there's only been 27 discovered elements in the world of Sinus.
Ooh.
Well, we
And
have
is one of them the element of surprise?
Frantically scratches out 27 and writes in 28.
Additionally, you guys might want to actually go and talk with Story about what to expect from going to Oneirophrenia and all that things like associated with that, right?
That's like on the ship kind of conversations.
Tis fair. Tis fair.
Although I do think it'd be a great side quest since Min is really good at altering mathematical things. If every periodic table we find, he just adds a new element to it.
The element of surprise.
And if we do it,
The
eventually,
symbol for it is an upside down smiley face.
if you change enough of them, eventually people will think that it has always been that.
What are you talking about? It has always been that.
Well, that's a surprise to me.
I just realized Story has all sorts of stories. Maybe while we're on the ship, he can tell us a story of Christmas, and we can go on a whole adventure about it.
Will
The
it be in
patron saint of
claymation?
prostitutes. Sorry.
Wait.
Will
Do I
it
need to
be
go
in-
into the backstory of how Saint Nicholas is the patron saint of prostitutes?
What?
Well,
So,
somebody.
For another
In
time.
Italy, there is a city called Bari.
Oh, jeez.
The city of Bari is down in kind of in like the ankle area of the boot. The patron saint of Bari is Saint Nicholas, and Bari is also the city of prostitutes.
That's hilarious.
Interesting.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Cool.
Merry
Alright.
Christmas, everyone. Sorry, it's the only Christmas joke I will ever make before Thanksgiving.
Anyways.
Don't worry, by the time this video's out, it'll be past Christmas.
It's probably true.
It was so Sauvage and Virion were gonna go to the clergy and talk about different things. Where was the rest of you wanting to go do?
I'm following the captain like a lost puppy.
I'm probably just gonna go pillage and plunder.
That seems like
Sustainably,
a good
of course.
In game. In game.
idea. I distract while he pillages.
I
Fair
would
enough.
also like to aid in distracting.
Oh yeah, tag team, let's go!
I like to
Yeah,
think.
so we'll go out and we'll find people that just I can justify in saying that they deserve it. and I'll just go scam them of their money.
Nice.
Like gray hat hacking is kind of what I'm going for here.
You know, if that is the case, you should take these. And I hand him the bag with the rest of the wobbleheads.
This is true.
How many are there again?
There should be 6.
So, Levi, what question do you have for me?
I didn't actually have a question, but Talon said that you texted him, so I texted you that hoping you would text me back so that I could feel included.
Oh, sorry.
But you never texted me back.
No, because I was waiting for you to ask your question.
That's fair.
Dude, what is going on?
All right, I'll tell you guys what. Am I allowed to tell them what you text me?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh,
I figured.
7 wobbleheads. There's 7.
So I was asking him about that adrenaline shot. So I was proposing that if I used an adrenaline shot on one of you, that it would send you into a rage. And he decided that if I give you guys an adrenaline shot, it would allow your next attack to be a reckless attack. So it would give you advantage, but it would also impose advantage on you.
Can you imagine Min on adrenaline? No, I would start talking at a normal speed, guys.
he just talks and moves at the average speed now.
We could throw you like one of the shells in Mario.
Ain't you blue?
From a green shell to a red shell and then a blue shell.
Oh, please, can I have that be a polymorph?
It's just morphed into a blue shell.
My gosh.
With
But he
wings.
has like 6 adrenaline shots in a row.
Yeah. I feel like that should be a valuable use of an ashen stone right there.
We'll see. We'll
Turn
see.
me into a homing sea.
How much damage does a portal on drugs do?
Listen,
gosh.
all I know is that if my stock begins to go missing, I'm going to ground somebody.
Not even once, man. Not even once.
All right. Well, as you all discuss your next steps that you're going to be wanting to do, and taking Story back to his island, and the rest of you being able to also go see the Dreamweaver. The Dreamweaver.
I feel like Story's just looking at what we do, and he's like, I might have made a mistake here.
But as the night kind of progresses and Sauvage and Virion excuse themselves from the table to go to the clergy to investigate the thing that has been pressing upon Virion's mind, we will go ahead and cut to them as you guys walk through the streets of Babylon.
Real quick, I just rolled to see how successful my scamming was.
All right. Oh my gosh. Why?
Well,
Yeah.
That was a natural 20.
No,
No, it's a 19.
Oh gosh.
You are able to
We have all the money of Babylon now.
1,900 gold pieces where you were able to collect.
Nice.
Is that enough for me to buy a robe of the Archmagi?
No.
Oh.
They're legendary artifacts. One in the existence of Sinis.
I'm just
But there's
saying, man, you
so
never
many
know what
trouble.
might be in the city.
That just means, though, there's hope.
but
There's one
only,
out there.
There's only so many
You can find
wobbleheads.
Well,
They
I know
got-
where the other item is because he actually told me. He was smart and did not tell me where the other item was.
The elves also have that one too.
Oh, awesome. Let's go to the elves, guys.
But they don't have wobbleheads yet. We've got them open market.
That's true.
Called a monopoly. Go back to your clerical tasks.
All right. So we'll go ahead and cut back to Sauvage and Virion. Where are you guys going specifically, and who are you wanting to talk to potentially?
I forgot their titles, but either Miracle or Moriarty.
What?
It was Moriarty, right? That other guy?
Yeah, it was Moriarty.
Right. Yeah, so along the way, I guess we could talk about probably what Sauvage wants to talk to Virion about.
Mm-hmm. So, my friend, I do not mean to get too personal with you,
I'm
But-
gonna get personal.
there is a matter of church business that I need to discuss.
You're tithing.
Yes. So, as you can see here, I pulled out this huge scroll. It's like, you owe quite a bit now.
I knew he did clerical work.
Now that the captain is off my back, I can reveal my true self in account.
He owes the church back taxes.
No, but the church informed me of a matter that had occurred in the past, and it seems that there was some connections to your deceased beloved. Now, I know that is your business, and so if this is an uncomfortable topic, I do understand, but I need to know. Did your wife have any involvement with the church in the past that you know of?
Yes, she was a cleric.
That's what I thought. Well, what would you say her attitude towards the church was overall?
She's very devout.
She was. She was.
Extremely. She, she was so devout that she was able to get me, essentially a wild beast, to down my sword and basically live like a normal common man for the better part of 15 years or so. I've never been much of a religious man, but that was the life that we lived.
I see. Tell me, at any time that while you were together, did she seem as if her faith was beginning to sway? Perhaps turning hostile towards the church at any moment?
No, never.
That makes things rather interesting.
She led by example. We have a boy. We have a son, and he was her world. I know that she wouldn't have done anything to put him in jeopardy. Or even myself for that matter, but especially not him.
I see. Okay.
Why do you ask these things? What is the church thinking? That she's behind it? The attacks?
There's no easy way to say this, but the church has their suspicions that it was indeed life.
Well, they can have those suspicions, but I know what attacked those churches. I've seen it myself with my own eyes. In fact, the majority of us have. I don't believe you've seen it yet, though.
I have not. But from what we have all been through together, I have no reason to doubt what you tell me on these things. That said, your testimony before the church's council would help put this suspicion to rest. I know that there's a lot to ask, but it would really really make a difference.
We're headed to the church anyways. But if they need me to give them word of mouth, then I can provide that.
That would be good. I will have to get them all together, and that might take some time, and I will tell you, your word itself might not be enough, and I will try to keep them as civil as I can, but when it comes to the church asking questions, they tend to be very direct. Are you okay with that?
Sauvage, I'm a blood hunter. I promise you, they can't be more direct than me.
Then I will set it up. Thank you, my friend.
I don't know who all might be best to talk to regarding this matter. Who might be awake, who might not be.
Well,
But given that you're now, the battle bishop of the church,
mm-hmm.
who do you think would be better to talk to right now, Moriarty or Miracle?
I would suggest Moriarty. If anything, I know that Alabaster probably still has some trouble sleeping, so there's a chance he would be awake as well. Better
We'll go
than
to Mori.
I do trust him.
We'll go to Moriarty then.
Off we go.
You guys follow a familiar path that you ran quickly through the streets of Babylon the other day, up to the house of Moriarty and to the door and knock quietly. You hear the voice call through, "Come in."
They open the door and walk in.
Again, you see the familiar living room, kitchen area, and off to the side a study. And you hear the voice call again, "Who is it?"
Virion Shelby and your battle bishop, Sauvage.
Well, come in, come sit down. I'm steeping some tea currently. Would you all like some chamomile?
I am quite alright, but thank you for the offer.
Yeah, same here.
And again, you guys walk into the study. A very lavish kind of, not super lavish, but there's some very comfortable looking chairs as the Furbolg, very tall Furbolg cleric, one of the archbishops of the Church of Ash, kind of nods to each of you, kind of beckons you towards a seat, and he also sits down with a steaming cup of chamomile tea and begins to sip at it. Well, what do I owe this pleasurable reuniting this evening?
I just had a few questions, and I'm not sure if you may be able to answer them or not, but I'd hope that if you could, you would understandably and graciously provide it.
Virion, I can guess at least partially about your questions that you may be asking, but I don't know. Do you truly want the information that I am willing to give you?
Well, that depends. I don't know if we're thinking about the same thing. All I know is that during the battle with Cicero, he made a comment about my son. There's no reason that he would have known anything about him unless my boy was in Babylon.
He kind of sets the teacup down, kind of turns to you and your son was indeed in Babylon. Was sent to us by his caretakers for training in the clergy. I was blessed to be his tutor of some sort during the intervening years that he was here. But Virion, I do not know everything about the situation of your son, Lucian.
It's,
And I don't...
Lucian.
Lucian. And I don't know how to put this delicately.
He's alive, isn't he?
He is alive. But he's most likely not who you remember him being. You see, Lucian had an encounter with a ghost that had drained away some of his life. When he came to us, he was no longer the age in which you remember him being, but in his 20s.
You mean to tell me my son, who should be 15 years old, is in his 20s?
Yes.
That boy.
I do have to say that he does bear a striking resemblance to you, Virion. And now that I've met you both, I can tell where he gets his grizzled nature from.
Well, do you know where he is now?
If it was not his father asking, I would make no attempt to answer your question. But I do fear that I do not have the proper authorization to tell you where your son is. I would consult with Alabaster.
Very well.
Sauvage,
Mm-hmm.
as you are sitting there kind of listening to this conversation, you vaguely begin to kind of hear what's going on, and then as Moriarty states the name of Virion's son, you know exactly who that is. Arrived in the city of Babylon a couple years ago, was inducted into the clergy to be trained because he had one of the very first encounters with the undead in the world of Sinis, a ghost. He was trained somewhat secretly by Moriarty, but additionally by Cicero Corinth.
Hmm. Okay.
But this was back during the time that Cicero was actually, like, not as crazy and actually, like, cared about the people of Babylon in some way.
Moriarty, for what it's worth, I appreciate you looking after my son.
Kind of nods to you.
However, I understand that the boy has his reservations about me, but I do see it as a great insult and a great negligence that the church did not send word to me that my boy was under the church's care. For all I knew, he was still back with his aunt and his uncle. This is not how I would have liked to find out that my son went through something so traumatic, more than what was necessary.
Virion, I do apologize for any discomfort that the clergy may have caused, but we sent word to the boy's aunt and uncle about contacting you, and they said that they had. And we had left it in the charge of them to relay the information of your son's care. They let us know that it was your wish for him to be trained in the same clergy that his mother was trained in.
I said no such thing. However, this just proves that I need to check in. See what's really going on with those two.
I wish you the best of luck, Virion.
Thank you, Moriarty. That will be all, and I'll leave you to your evening.
Very well. Anything else I can get you to for the evening?
I think that is quite all right, but thank you. We appreciate the time.
Of course, of course. Well, you all have a good evening, and I hope that everything works out for you and your boy, Virion.
Yeah, me too.
And he...
We'll see
yes,
Alabaster.
and you guys are shown to the door. He closes the door softly behind you with a click, and you guys make your way to go see Alabaster. I assume?
Yes.
That's where I would be going.
Yes.
Okay. You guys make your way through the clergy, begin to talk to several ardents and attendants, and again you hear that Alabaster is currently in the Hall of Records in the clergy. You make your way through the passages, through the doors, and into the records room. And there, Alabaster sits at a table, gaunt, long face, heavy bags and shadows under his eyes as he kind of looks up to the both of you, lets out a long kind of smile and sigh. Ah, Virion, Sauvage. The evening is late. What can I do for you?
I'll try to be quick, but we just came from Moriarty's chambers where we had a conversation about my son.
Ah,
I just discovered what happened and that he was under your care.
Yes.
He's no longer here. I wish to know where my son is.
He looks at you, kind of strokes his kind of very well kept beard. Your boy is currently in residence at the City of Glass.
Receiving more training?
In a sense.
Is he safe?
I do not know. Dark tidings have been coming up to us from the City of Glass. Undead are slowly encroaching upon the underground passages within the City of Glass itself. Tunnels interlacing the entirety of the structure that the City of Glass has beginning to be overrun with undead creatures. I assume that Moriarty told you that your son was one of the first to encounter an undead creature and lived to tell the tale.
You sent my boy to the City of Glass to be cannon fodder?
Cannon
For the
fodder.
undead?
Cannon fodder. Oh no, Virion. Your boy is one of the most powerful innate clergymen I have ever seen. His ability to marshal the power of the divine in the aid of undead and against those things is astounding. We sent your son to head a group that I am not at liberty to discuss with you who this group is. But your son is gathering information about the undead within the City of Glass and reporting to us of the goings-on within the city. And providing us with guidance in how best to keep the city aloft.
It's a lot to take in. I suppose I'm proud.
I would be. More powerful than Sif, I would have to wager.
Are you able to get something to him?
Yes. What is it you are needing to give?
Virion opens flap to his bag, reaches in and pulls out a small teddy bear. And then he lifts the eye patch and he plucks out the sending stone and places it on the bear, puts the eye patch back on, and he hands both to him. The boy needs to know that his father is alive. I'm sure he probably has his reservations about me. But I believe it would do him well to know that I'm still breathing.
Alabaster he accepts the teddy bear and the sending stone, kind of nods to you, and I will see it personally there.
When I find my way to the City of Glass, I expect the church or some other representative to show me to my son. Secrets be damned, Alabaster. But I thank you.
Very well, Virion. That will give me time enough to convince the archbishops. Is there anything else I can help you with this evening?
Not for me. Or, well, actually. Possibly. I know the church is very interested in my wife, and probably my testimony.
Virion, I have one question for you in matters of your wife. Why did she leave the clergy? From all our documentations, it was abrupt, but it was sanctioned. She was allowed to drop all responsibilities and leave. We would like to know why.
She didn't. As far as I'm aware. She didn't keep secrets. But she died.
No secrets that you're aware of.
She died in that cathedral fire. I know because I'm the one who found her.
When did she die? What date?
It was... I believe it was going on about 10 years ago. Around this time, actually.
According to our records, Sif was released from clerical duties and responsibility as a clergy 15 years ago.
You continued to play the part then, if that's true. But
why?
I know nothing of the matter.
My question then is, why did the church see fit to make appearances of Sif leaving, but still allowing Sif to continue with clergial endeavors? To me, it seems as if it was a measure of anonymity or protection. What was she doing that was so important You've given me
possible?
much.
Is it possible, given what I know, and what I know about what killed her? Which is a Balor, by the way, just so we're all on the same page.
Yes.
But based off of what I know, I would see it as more of a possibility that if what you say is true, it could possibly have been an order from above your head, with all due respect. But possibly
Virion,
she did it
I've only
to
been
protect.
I have only been the High Pontifex for 7 years now.
Well, regardless, I just mean there's a possibility that there's something that she could have done, not as a malicious act or as a deceitful act, but possibly to protect her family and maybe even the church. I've been a blood hunter my entire life. I'm well aware of what animals and human beings do when they feel like they're backed into a corner.
I agree.
Possible that she got on the tail, sniffed out that Balor before it killed her. But honestly, it's just pure speculation. I would have hoped that she would have said something to me had that been the case. Then again, you don't marry a blood hunter without having a certain element of stubbornness.
Well,
So,
I believe your testimony does satisfy my curiosity. And I believe that it does inspire some more investigation upon the subject. If your wife was involved in the incidents of the Balors, her investigation might provide very important information. I will continue to investigate the matter.
I understand. The one thing I want you to understand, though, is that she's a good woman. She would not have done anything to put those that she cares about, or the church for that matter. The church was, for the better part of her life, she wouldn't have done anything to jeopardize it. Unless she absolutely had to.
Very well. Thank you, Virion. I will keep you informed on the information that I find. Now, is there anything else I can help you with this evening?
Are you satisfied, Sauvage?
I believe that will do it.
Very well. I hear that you are departing tomorrow. An errand, a journey to an island of some sort. I never knew one existed. I wish you all the best of luck. And tell me, is it true that Ophelia will be accompanying you all?
I honestly don't think we could stop her even if we wanted to.
That is fair. It might be for the best, during the which we can potentially discuss the matter of succession for the city of Babylon while she is gone. And I thought I had enough on my plate. But what can you do? Seems like the whole world is going crazy at this moment. But luckily, we do have a couple of crazy adventurers to help balance it out. So I appreciate you. But you all have a good evening. And I might say, wave at you from my balcony as you fly off tomorrow. Travel safe. And let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
I appreciate it, Alabaster. You have a great night.
Of course.
And take care of yourself.
We'll see. You all, during the final day here in Babylon, go talk about going to take Story home. Virion and Shelby and Sauvage are able to talk to the clergy, and the rest of you retire for the evening. You rest well as you wake up the following morning to make preparations for your departure to the city, to the island of Oneirophrenia, to be able to take Story and Ophelia back to the island of the Dreamweaver, and for you all potentially to discuss things with the only deity that you know of that is actually allowed, one of the only deities that you know that is actually allowed to meddle in the affairs of mortals. So it might be a perfect time to ask questions and find answers to things that you have been looking for. You all wake. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't realize that we were asleep. My bad.
You guys are able to wake up, and the day is yours for how you guys want to get everything prepped. Go find Story, and then discuss travel to the island.
Where has Story been staying?
He had briefly mentioned that he had a house in the city of Babylon.
Oh. Well, that seems like a good place to check.
I'll meet you guys at the ship.
I have
yeah,
been
well-
on. Actually, no, I've just been following the captain around, so
Well,
dog mode.
head out to Story's house.
As you all kind of easily enough, you guys are able to traverse your way. You ask around, and the Story is well known enough that most of the people know to which abode Story does belong, and you are able to finally make your way through the city to a small kind of house set on one of the sides of the hill. And as you begin to approach, you immediately notice that Ophelia is currently standing outside of the door, kind of just waiting patiently. Her arms are folded. Her foot is tapping slightly impatiently, but she kind of sees you all approaching and kind of calls out, "Hi, good morning, all of you. Are you ready for an exciting journey to an island that may or may not exist?"
Why do you not think it exists? Where do you think Story came from? You think he's lying about this whole thing?
Don't know. Story is
Delusional?
Sure.
Well, I don't see where this is going.
maybe. Story is an interesting
Plot twist.
individual. I am curious to see what this is about, so I am willing to go along with it for the time being. He is not answering the door.
Do we have someone that does the horse crying thing? That proved helpful in the past.
What's the door made out of?
Wood.
This is imported mahogany.
What you're saying is fireball.
This was mahogany.
I mean, fireball isn't the same as breaking it down, right? Like, we can get around that.
Yeah, it's not breaking and entering if there's no more door to break.
It's just entering.
Virion just goes over to the door and pounds on it, and he's like, "Story, wake up!"
How many
If you
stories?
Virion, roll me a strength check real quick with advantage.
I also want to say that, on top of what he said, that if he doesn't answer the door, then he'll have no choice but to either break down the door or pick open the lock.
Can I see inside through like a window?
Yeah, there's a couple windows and stuff. You see that it's like slightly lit on the inside. There's like a couple of like lanterns that are lit, candles that are lit. You get the sense like that's
we're breaking and entering. I'm just gonna misty step inside.
19.
Okay.
As
We're doing this.
as you're kind of pounding on the door, all of a sudden Min misty steps into the room, and as you're like shouting at the top of your lungs, you hear a voice. Min, now that you're inside the house, you hear a voice call, "Hey, my lord, the door is open. Quick, you're bounding."
I just walk over and open the door.
The door is unlocked.
Why did you not answer before, my friend?
I'm just gonna
Good
pretend
answer.
that I opened the door from the outside, not that I opened it from the inside. Totally believable.
For sure. You guys open the door. Ophelia kind of looks a little bit chagrined. I thought it might be impolite to try to see if it was locked or not. Everybody inside? Yes, come on, quickly now. And you guys are able to kind of file into this room. It's a very kind of small abode, like very nicely furnished though. There's like a small living room, several kind of lush chairs and couches. From like down the hallway to the right, you see that there's a room, currently a light on. You hear kind of frantic kind of movement from the door, like to what appears to be a bedroom. Just give me 1 second, man. I forgot that we were leaving today. I am packing some of the essentials, you say. But you like just frantic, kind of like slightly more noise than what should be coming from like a room of packing. Every once in a while you even hear like the squawk of several different interesting sounding animals of some sort.
I'm just gonna walk back there.
As you kind of turn around the corner and walk into the room, you see like it is a bit of a sense of vertigo as you step into the room that you're like, this is a lot bigger. And as you kind of look around the bedroom, it is covered in all sorts of knickknacks, different magical things.
Paddywhack.
But
I
like
thought you were gonna say like Twilight cutouts of like Taylor Lautner and Robert Pattinson.
No, just like there is a lot of stuff. Several bookshelves, and at this moment in time, you see stories running around with like holding open this bag of some sort, and you recognize it as a bag of holding, and he's beginning to just shovel things into the bag. Just give me a second, man. It is
Late
today.
night?
I forgot. What
Late
did you
night?
say?
I was asking if you had a late night.
Oh yes, you know, you know me. They get me telling the stories in the tavern. I lose track of time, and all of a sudden I wake up in the morning. to
Is the
someone-
bar wench in the closet?
No,
Why did you have to think so hard?
because my head hurts. Okay.
Ah,
No,
well, have you-
I think.
Have you
you've got
taken an
a lady
IB
friend in
potion?
there.
Maybe.
Of course, taken an IB potion. Was the first thing I did in the morning. Last day in Babylon, I had to enjoy myself. Now that I'm going back home,
Yeah, he definitely has a lady friend in that closet.
you do not need to check the closet. There is no lady friend. I promise.
Okay,
is there
but
something
now,
else we shouldn't see in the closet?
Now I definitely want to check the closet.
Tell you what, I'll alleviate any suspicions. And you see, he opens up the closet. You guys can roll perception checks real quick.
Ooh, that's not good.
16.
16.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. 15.
As you kind of look in the closet and stuff, there seems to be some evidence of someone was in there but is no longer.
Ah,
Hmm.
it's one of
Was
these
it a
magic-
male or a female?
Difficult to tell.
No, I was just saying that.
Oh, you were just saying. Hey, I don't know what you are saying. Last night in the city of Babylon, I had to enjoy myself. Well,
As long as
hey.
it wasn't a goat, I'm not going to judge you.
Of course. Now quit distracting me. I have packing to do. And he begins to just furiously run around. Like within the span of 5 minutes, he has cleaned out his entire bedroom. At one point in time, he actually does try to attempt to fit his entire bed into the bag. He kind of gets in one corner and begins to kind of push it and eventually.
Would you like some help with that?
Yeah, if you would be so kind.
I'm gonna hold the bag open for him so he can try and push a bed in it, I guess.
It becomes very apparent that it's not going to fit.
I would like
story.
to cast
Reduce.
reduce
Is that what
on the
it's
bed.
Well, Virion is definitely going to take the moment and be like, story. We have very comfortable bedrooms in our own bag. But you are more than welcome to have a bed.
Well, you see, this is the nicest stuff I've ever had in my entire life. I am very loath to part with it.
The butler will be able to make a perfect copy of it, I'm sure.
But
Yeah, but that costs money.
yeah, and this is my bed. I spent quite a lot of money on it.
It's memory foam and it has already memorized the shape of his body.
That is a very fair statement.
Yeah, it's each your own then, I guess.
All right. With the reduce spell in place, he is able to get it in, and at the very end, you look around the bedroom, and it has been completely cleared of everything. He then kind of takes the bag, ties it to his waist, kind of turns to all of you. All right. Should we be heading out then?
See, my question is, how are you going to get the bed out of the bag?
If you
Don't
turn the bag
worry
inside out,
about
it just everything comes out.
Exactly.
Make it bigger again.
Exactly.
You know what? I'm just going to wait for the moment when I catch you around a corner, frantically trying to pull that mattress out of the bag, and I'm just going to stand there and enjoy the sight.
You know, that is a mean thing, that is Virion, and I don't appreciate it.
Listen, if the rules were reversed, I'm sure you would do the same thing. I'm just saying, there's something to look forward to. And Virion walks away with a smile on his face.
Very well. All right, well, I guess I am ready to go home. Are you ready?
Are you
Yes, we are quite ready.
Very well. Should we? Do you want to go see if you can board the ship around for me?
On it, and I will head
I
out
will
to the
say
ship.
here, I will say her a story actually, because Virion does have at least one question for him.
Who was in the
Of course, of
closet?
Okay, 2 questions.
He was in the closet.
It was me.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. Easily enough. You guys.
That who was flickering the lights?
Captain Lazar runs to go get the Grim Avenger to bring it around front to pick up Story, like a chauffeur service. Virion,
No, I'm
you
thinking
stay-
like a teenage boy picking up his prom date. It's kind of how I envisioned it.
Okay.
Hey
perfect.
girl, how you doing?
Bumps
You gotta
the
have the
hydraulic
big boombox, hold it above your head.
For sure.
subwoofers blasting.
I just honk the horn when I get out front. Even go up.
Of course. Virion, you said you had a question for me.
Yes. I had a dream the other night, and it's been kind of weighing heavily on me for a bit now. But it was of my dead wife, essentially saying that she hid something. But she mentioned one thing that immediately made me think of you. The Dreamweaver.
He kind of like walks directly up to you, and like without your consent, he kind of like grabs like part of your face and opens up your one good eye to look directly into it, like inches away from your eye. Yes, you have been touched by the Dreamweaver. That dream was not of your own making, my friend. It was sent to you by the Dreamweaver himself. Most likely to encourage you to come talk to him.
Okay, so the Dreamweaver isn't a thing, it is a person.
The Dreamweaver is a thing, but
Or a
there is
god?
he is the embodiment of dreams and desires. There is a vessel
In
to
the pestle.
whom we refer to as the Dreamweaver, taking physical form. He is the one that houses the power and does choose to do with the power as he sees fit.
If the shoe fits.
Should I be worried about this? I mean,
I would tell you this. The Dreamweaver is neutral. He gives, but he also takes. He might be willing to give you information that you are seeking, but he may ask of you something in return.
well, it's always something, isn't it?
The world must be balanced, and a neutral body, a vessel of dreams, must also be neutral, a balancing of both sides.
Is that why Ophelia has been chosen as a vessel?
I do not know. You could say that is above my pay grade. I was just sent to locate a vessel. I'm still not 100% sure that Ophelia is one.
Are you
What?
a vessel, Story?
Oh no. No.
You
I
said
do not
that-
have the temperament to be a vessel.
You said that I was touched by the Dreamweaver. Does that make me a vessel?
Oh no. The Dreamweaver just... For those people that have strong dreams and desires, the Dreamweaver feels a need to help all those who have those dreams accomplish the dream. The stronger the dream, the more powerful the Dreamweaver wants to help.
Well, alright then.
At this moment in time, you hear the beepity beep 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 from out front.
Come on, I have not got all day.
Hey, we are
When did
coming.
the ship come with a horn?
Anything is possible with magic.
You realize that halfway through the beeps that it wasn't actually the sound of a beeping, it was just Abby playing the sound of beeps through your guys' minds.
When did we put a lift on the ship? And
Is
a
that-
roll cage? And are those mud flaps?
Because
Oh,
our-
right.
When you're from the south, you just kind of get the things that you need.
All
Is that
right,
is that the Confederate flag?
everybody on board. Let us be off.
All aboard the choo-choo train. All aboard the choo-choo
Could you not?
And you all make your way aboard the Grim Avenger as the city of Babylon kind of gathers to kind of give you a proper send-off. You hear the cheers and the sounding kind of choruses of thanks that the city of Babylon and the populace gives you as you begin to fly off. Story kind of gives you a beginning direction to kind of fly towards as you guys begin your journey to the island of Oneirophrenia. But you are currently on board the ship, and kind of story kind of turns to all of you. All right, now that we are underway, is there any information you would like to know? I do have several things important to tell you all about the journey, things that you should probably be aware of and prepared for. But we will start with the questions.
Yes, I have a couple of questions. Number one, the climate. I also am wondering what the median household income is, and also what is the GDP?
GDP is next to zero. It is a small village community of me and my family, about 50 to 60 people.
What's the CPI?
I do not know what that is.
Oh, okay.
The climate is very tropical, very hot out, sunny, mild chance of being murdered by an ancient creature, you know.
Oh,
Pretty
so
mild.
nothing we haven't dealt with before. Would this ancient creature be some kind of elemental creature?
Not necessarily.
I think what Min is really asking is, can you grapple it?
No, grapple's not the word. Grapple implies so much negativity. I prefer
Hug.
hug or
This-
embrace. I like the term embrace.
Well, I tell you this. Probably one of the most unhuggable creatures you will ever come across. This creature is called an amu, and it is a coral reef.
Wait, you're telling me that this creature is more unhuggable than a dragon?
Yes. Have you ever tried to You see, dragons, they have
You see,
smooth...
I have not tried, but I have succeeded.
You see, dragons have relatively smooth scales. The Amu is covered with jagged, sharp pieces of coral that will poison.
Right. Hey,
That sounds
you
doable.
hear that as a warning, but I hear that as, well,
Challenge.
men taking
Resources.
that as a challenge.
It's
He's
already
going
in the corner doing the math on a piece of paper of how to hug a coral reef.
He's going to find a way to hug whatever it is he wants to hug.
Everything deserves to have a hug.
This
At
is
least
fair.
once.
I do not think that my man, I do not think that you would not be able to hug the Amu. I just don't think that it would turn out well for you.
Don't try to sway
That's the
him.
mess he was doing. He was doing the cost-benefit analysis.
Oh, stop
You-
catching hugging the moon.
What
You
did
know,
that
my
hugging-
girlfriend turned into the moon.
That's
Come
not
on!
buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
I knew a
Um,
cow jumped over on that.
You know, Min, that is a very interesting point of view that you have. I think I will write a story about you. The man who hugged the moon.
Just gets super smiley, like, really?
No. The men who hugged the moon.
I love it.
It is a good story.
I'll buy 12.
I'll take your entire stock.
But
All I know, Min, is that someday you're going to hug the wrong person and then you're going to have a lawsuit on your hands.
What's a lawsuit? I don't think I've worn one of those before.
Well, obviously not. It wouldn't fit over your shell.
Oh, you could get it tailored. Sauvage, you do that kind of like clerical stuff, right?
That's the thing about
No.
lawsuits. They're all kind of custom
But I
tailored
do know
to fit everyone.
But I do know a very nice goblin seamstress that could probably help you out with that.
Yes,
Um,
it's all coming together. Goes back doing his math.
additionally, important things about the Amu. The Amu is very territorial. It will not prevent you from entering into the island, but leaving the island is the difficult. It has been tasked by the gods to keep everything on the island. Now, this is the other important thing. How long can the ship fly through the air?
That depends on how much ash we get.
Well, we just flew through a giant ash cloud just the other day, so I'd say our batteries are pretty close to full.
Oh, Abby,
Yes.
how is our fuel consumption looking?
At this current pace, you have 5 days of sustained flight.
Well, that answers that question.
Now, the question for you, Story, is about how long will it take us to get to your home?
And also, are we gonna fly by any ash mounds on the way? Because then we can refuel.
Also, what if we just didn't fly? It's literally a ship, my friends. We could also go in the water.
Because it'd be faster, and I don't feel like fighting a Leviathan.
Is there a Buc-ee's around here by any chance?
From this approximate location, I would say that it is about a 6-day journey.
The
According
DM really wants to use those water monster stats.
Never.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh wait! Abby made an error. It's actually we have 6 days worth of flight. Oh, did I say 6? I meant 7.
Give or take. It also depends on how fast we can fly.
I really know.
If we have clear skies all the way there, we could potentially make it there in 5. But that does leave the fact that Oneirophrenia does not have any ash mounts, and the sea in which that we are flying over does not have any ash mounts. So we could potentially make it to the island, but flying away from the island may not be the best, may not be a viable option.
Here's
So
what I
maybe
say.
we
I
get
say
the
that we
ocean
go down onto
sail.
the water, and we use like half power only to go fast, but not lift the ship up, and better fuel economy, if you will.
This is a fair statement.
Say we're going to sail the ship.
Yes.
That sounds like a lot of extra work.
Well, he is the
I miss
captain.
it.
How much fuel would it save to be able to do that?
Abby.
According to my calculations, if we were to sail for 50% of the voyage to the island of Oneirophrenia, we would most likely be able to fly away from the Oneirophrenia the same amount of time that we spent in water.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
So,
Let's do this thing. Cut the engines. Okay, no, not so fast, not fast. Cut.
Wait.
Lowers the ship. Lowers the ship.
The ship just falls out of the sky.
You begin to free fall.
I'm doing like the whole like air swimming thing to get back towards the deck as we.
Very like there's a brief moment of free fall, but then the engines cut back on. You're able to like land back on, and slowly the ship sinks back down to the surface. And as you all alight upon the surface of the waves,
Shark time. By the way, if you make us fight a shark, I just concede. I'm not killing a shark.
If we fight the shark, then we all get bonuses because we all found it at the same time.
of course. Now, on your mark.
Wait.
I had to put my headset on.
Alright, I'm ready.
All right,
Yeah.
on your mark, get set,
That way.
go.
I swear, if it's on the map again, I'm gonna be upset.
I just want to find it for once.
I love seeing the ship on kind
Just
of like water. It's green though.
we're
Is it supposed to be green?
the alabaster wobblehead. Anyone seen a fin in the water?
I don't think it's a fin. I think he probably used it as some kind of decoration on the ship.
Probably.
If we splash around enough, that should attract the shark.
Somebody cut their hand.
Pieces of gold do we need?
Okay, we're clearly not. We're all just running around. Can you give us a hint, sir?
It is on the ship.
Oh, I freaking knew it!
Is it on the upper decks? Do we have to float? This is the longest shark hunt we've ever had.
True.
I
There's
believe
one
I
in
just didn't
Babylon.
instantly find it.
I hit it really well this time.
I'm on
honestly really
PC
proud of you.
today, which is
Why
harder
can't
for
I
me.
fly? I can't fly anymore, guys.
I feel like you have it in the mast somewhere, or like you change the color somehow, and it's like in the wood.
He probably, you know what? He probably did do that.
All right, your next hit. It is somewhere around where I'm standing.
Where? Oh, you're standing over here.
Check the door handle. Is it gray? Does it blend in with the door?
Oh, I thought I saw it for a second, but that was just because the steering wheel does not do the thing.
Ridiculous. Ugh.
I think you just give all of us bardic inspiration now because we all clearly need it.
Do we have to spend the just the thing?
What if it? Okay, what if like it's only showing for him and we just can't see it?
Oh, dude, if it's only showing for him, I'm gonna be upset.
That'd be funny.
Because he's probably thinking like we're all idiots or something.
Alright, I concede.
You can see what?
I concede.
Oh, I found it!
Oh, you didn't.
He
right
did.
here, right here, right here, right here.
What the crap?
What?
Oh, it's in the board.
Yeah, you have to go into the board.
Oh,
a
that's
bunch
sneaky.
of crap,
I can't
dude.
see that. We're stuck
My
at
bad.
one level.
Yeah, seriously.
No, well, most people are stuck at the one level. PC people can at least go 2, but then
Well, no,
you
'cause I mean,
can't
you
really
can stand
move
up
very
and you
fast.
can move your head up and down.
Yeah.
I actually walked right through it.
You gotta like put a fin out or something.
Spot.
Yeah, I
got it.
I gotta
I
make it
got
a
it.
little bit harder this time.
No,
Yeah.
because I
Alright, here's
never
one thing you
fine.
could have
Very
done.
proud
Put
of
it at the
you.
very
Hard
top of
to
the
do.
mast. Like, just make it large and put it at the top of the mast. That I would have accepted.
No one ever looks up.
Exactly.
I can't fly. I wish I could be able to fly to put it up somewhere.
you can use your character sheet. I just see.
As a DM, you don't have a
I
character
might
sheet.
need
I
to
don't.
head
Yeah, I don't
out.
have a character sheet.
Use someone else. Steal their character. Become them. All right.
I might need to head out.
That's
Honestly,
understandable.
I do think that
I
that
was asleep
probably.
until I heard the word shark.
I do think that that is a good place to end it for the evening.
My dear friends, come here, come closer, come closer. Thank you so much. You have watched the video, you made it to the end. Truly, it means so much to us, but we wanted to thank a couple more people. Of course, we thank you. You are one of the greatest people to thank because, quite frankly, we do this for you. This is for you to watch. Other than that, it's just a bunch of friends being idiots together. So, thank you. Obviously, we want to thank the Tavern Tales and Studio Shinto, who they created this beautiful game with all these fun things to play with, and it's a great place for us to come together to play the game we all love. All right, next up, we wanted to thank all of our players for everything that they do, the time that they take out of their day to come here every week and pull off stupid shenanigans like we do. So, thank you to all of the players and to our DM, of course, as well, Caleb Reynolds. Very good DM. Top notch. Okay, let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, of course. There's a cameraman here. We are very grateful for our dear videographer, Trevor Jones. Thank you for all you do. There's just so many things. We have a good one. Babies from the Tavern. If you have not seen their channel, they also play D&D in Cavern Tales like us, and their content is perfect. I love it. I love it. You should go check them out. We will leave a little link here and down below as well. With that, I think that's all of the thank yous that we have. But just a petite little reminder to subscribe if you are not subscribed, so that you get all of our notifications when we are posting our fun videos for you. And to watch out for the shorts that we will be posting, and then come back here to this video, find the timestamp, drop it in the comments, and we'll give you a little shout out here. So thank you again for everything so much. Goodbye, and we will see you next time on the Arcane World. Bye bye.